Okay, so when I said that the Okapi coming to the Sacramento Zoo was a big deal, I had no idea that they were going to blow my mind even further. According to an article put out on the Sacramento Zoo website, they are looking to expand. Now, what exactly does that mean for the current zoo? Well, it means that they're going to... Nor see squirrels. In case you didn't know, if you didn't see it in the last video, I'm shooting these on the same day, so whatever, but I am joined by little Nora the Explorer. But what it would mean for the zoo is they would either need to purchase land in William Land Park, where they currently reside, or they need to relocate. And we have a visitor. Little fawn. God, I love Lodi Lake. Anyway, since William Land Park is surrounded by mostly residential areas, it would require the residents there to approve an expansion project, and this might be a little bit problematic. Residents there aren't going to be apt to doing anything that might increase the flow of traffic through their neighborhoods. I mean, I can understand the point, and parking in and around the zoo isn't the best as it is right now, and they're only at 14 acres. So what that probably means is we're looking at a full-scale relocation of the Sacramento Zoo. And they have some pretty grand ideas. So what they have in mind for the Sacramento Zoo is nothing short of amazing. They plan on making an African savanna exhibit that would be the same size as far as square footage as the current zoo sits on. They want a 14-acre African savanna exhibit that guests would be able to take a tram through, similar to what they have at the San Diego Wild Animal Park. If that's not enough to get you excited, how about this? A hippo pond that would lead into the African savanna. A fully realized African rainforest exhibit with okapi and gorillas and monkeys all living together as they would, and we as the guests would be lucky enough to visit. It would be really more like visiting their natural habitat than it would be to visit a zoo. And I'm trembling. I'm almost trembling. Sacramento Zoo is one of my favorite zoos. Always has been, always will be, for sentimental reasons. But it is a small zoo, and they have big plans for the future, because in order for the zoo to survive, they need to update. A lot of their facilities are nearing 100 years old, and starting from scratch, from the ground up, would be the absolute best bet as far as the quality of what the guests can experience, and as far as quality for animal care. We would see species that the Sacramento Zoo hasn't had in decades, if ever. We would see the return of tigers to the Sacramento Zoo, elephants, rhinos, gorillas, a better habitat for their chimpanzees and their orangutans. I am thrilled. Okay, so now that the excitement's kind of worn off, let's talk about the logistics of how this all would happen. First, the Sacramento Zoo would need to get it approved for them to, well, actually no, I guess they would need to find a suitable site in order to do this. And I don't know Sacramento very well, not as well as I'd like, but there are places out there that I guess have space for the plans that the zoo is putting into motion. And one of those being the area around maybe Arco Arena, or is it Arco Arena still? I can't remember. It's like Sleep Train, maybe. I don't know. It would be great. There wouldn't be anything to compete for parking with, but so the site would have to be found, the move would have to be approved, land would need to be purchased, contractors and engineers and animal experts and the AZA would all need to be able to get on board with it. And I don't know, we're looking at least 4 or 5 years, I'm guessing, if not longer, before were able to set foot through the new Sacramento Zoo. But according to rumors I've heard, Sacramento Zoo staff have been looking at land to purchase for like the last 3 or 4 years. So maybe we're closer than we think. But I don't know. We're all gonna have to wait until we get official updates from the zoo themselves. But you better believe that All Things Wild will be watching this very, very closely for updates, and you guys will know. On behalf of myself and Nora the Explorer down there, have a wild day, everyone.